There is one major yet very simple choice that you're gonna have to make before you get into landscape design of your yard, and it's not what you think. Welcome to Landscaping Made Simple. My name is Bobby K. I'm a professional landscape designer and general contractor. And before I tell you this major choice that you're gonna have to make that 90% of all landscapes fall under, all I ask is that you lightly tap the like button. That's it. Now, let me tell you what the heck this thing is. When you are designing your yard, you are going to have to choose between symmetry and asymmetry. That's the major thing that is going to depict the entire layout, right? So what the heck is symmetry and asymmetry? And why does it matter to you and your budget and your time and your lifestyle and all those things? We're going to get right into that. So let me not boof up the actual definition of symmetry and asymmetry. I got it pulled up here. Here is what we got. So symmetry in landscape design refers to the balanced arrangement of elements on either side of a central axis or a point. So basically you got a point right in the middle and everything on the other side, there's gonna be balance going on. I'm not really following this definition, am I? But here we go. It involves mirroring or repeating patterns, forms, or features to create a harmonious and visually pleasing layout. Symmetry can contribute to a sense of order, stability, and elegance in the overall design composition. So if you are someone who likes structure and you like everything nice and neat, and it's gotta be a very precise way. If you're an engineer, an attorney, a doctor, if you're a dentist, these are all people I've had experience with in the past, and I can tell you those personality types, they tend to go this way a little bit more. It's not for everybody, but I'm saying I might be onto something. Okay, so that's that one. Asymmetry. Asymmetry in landscape design involves the deliberate arrangement of elements in a way that lacks perfect mirroring or balance on either side of that central axis or that point. Needless to say, it's kind of the opposite, right? It embraces irregularity and variation to create visual interest in a more naturalistic and dynamic composition. Asymmetrical designs often evoke a sense of movement and spontaneity, offering a more organic and diverse aesthetic compared to symmetrical arrangements. Man, that's a mouthful. Needless to say, symmetry, it's gonna look the same on both sides of that axis. Asymmetry, it's gonna be flowy, it's gonna be organic, it's not gonna be the same throughout. So if you like more of a wispy, flowy, kind of what's going on vibe, kind of fly by the seat of your pants, or more, I'd say artistic and just kind of, hey man, what's going on? kind of vibe, I think asymmetry is definitely yours. Now here's a pro tip for you. When it comes to budget, I feel, this is just my opinion, that symmetry is gonna be a little bit more maintenance and it's gonna cost a little bit more. Reason being is you're probably gonna need more bushes to create, say, those hedges and those lines that we're talking about that you use plants like bushes to create, and the maintenance. You're gonna have to trim these things and keep it well manicured to keep that look. I'm not saying there isn't any maintenance with asymmetry, but with asymmetry, you can also spread out the plants and spread out the beds a little bit more, meaning you're not spending as much. So think about that when you are choosing. Now let's get into your vibe and what you want to create. So when you are assessing your outdoor space, I want you to think about what's going to fit best in that space. How big is the space that you're working with? Is a symmetrical design and layout going to fit better and allow for more room for you to entertain and do what you want to do? Or do you have a lot of room where that asymmetrical is a better option, where you can really craft some big beds and broaden the area? I'm not saying if you have a small yard that you can only go symmetrical, or I'm not saying if you have a big yard you can only go asymmetrical. I'm saying when you step out there, how do you feel right out of the gate? Do you feel like you want to have this big space, or do you want something that's a little bit tightened up and you want to work with that? And here's the part of the video where everybody is going to rip me apart, because I'm like, it's either symmetrical or it's asymmetrical. Truth is, you can incorporate both, okay? I think the gist of your design is going to fall on one or the other, but let's say that you wanted a symmetrical patio. Maybe you just wanted a rectangle or a square patio. But what you could do to incorporate asymmetrical is you could have some curvy landscaping and beds on the outskirts. So now you've got symmetrical and asymmetrical. Vice versa, or inverse, whatever you want to say. Say you want more of a lagoon style patio that's a little free flowing, but then you want to tighten up the beds because you're in a city house and you got this shotgun, fence and there's not a lot of room. This is where the clean lines of a symmetrical landscape work well. So think about your space, your architecture, and which one do you want, I'd say, your hardscaping to be, and then play off that. You can go 100% symmetrical, 100% asymmetrical, or you can incorporate a little mixture of the two with hardscaping and your landscaping. Let's go into the part that makes this thing pop. So the best part about landscaping, and specifically landscape design, are focal points. My opinion, but aren't they? Right? Focal points is what is up. This is how you make things that look pretty awesome. This is how you pop it to the next level. These are cool plants, trees, a cool boulder, a water feature, a structure, a fountain. I said water feature, but there's a million types of those things. You get the idea, a sculpture, right? When it comes to symmetry and focal points, what you're really doing is you are drawing the eye, and you could do multiple, but typically it's a singular thing. Drawing the eye, bam, to one specific thing that anchors the entire design, that central axis. Could be a beautiful fountain, could be a beautiful sculpture, it could be a structure, and then you've got the symmetrical landscaping on both sides. A fire pit, right? It goes bam, right to that thing. Asymmetry is a little bit more of an adventure where you're taking the eye and you're drawing it from one to another, and it could be like along a path, right? It's a flowering bush, and then you come around, you got a cool boulder, then there's a cool tree, and oh, there's a bird bath over here, maybe there's a sculpture. I mean, a focal point's a focal point, but with symmetry, it's a powerful statement, it anchors the design. With asymmetry, it's kind of an adventure. You're taking along in different spots. Now, like I said, you can intermix and intertwine these things. It absolutely happens. I think getting a designer to help you with that so it doesn't look too busy and the eyes going all over the place is key. Love to help you with that. But deciding what's most important to you with a focal point is the way to go. If you need help with focal points, down on the link, I have a PDF that is incredible. I've scoured the internet. I've got all these cool focal points. It's absolutely free. There's 25 of them that you can choose what's gonna flow best with your style, your architecture, your likes, your wants, your needs. Boom, it's free. All you gotta do is click the link, go over there, and you can grab it. And like I said, lightly smash, touch the like button. Let me know you're getting value out of this thing. So we've covered symmetry, asymmetry, focal points, your style, which one's gonna spend a little more, which one's gonna be a little bit more maintenance. These are all the things I want you to think about before you hire a landscape designer to paint the picture of what all this is. If you need a little more help and you are looking for a couple more ideas of going down the rabbit hole of landscape design, go check out this video right here. This is an absolute gem. I got tons of cool information in there, and I'm showing you 3 designs that you can use as a template for your space. This is Bobby K saying creation is everything, so go out and create. See you on the video.